guys remember when Don Lemon said this about white people, white supremacists, as the biggest threat to this country?
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right. And we have to start doing something about them. There is no...
First of all, I want to say that is not true. That is a lie. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Here is a story. No white supremacists, two black men, okay? They murdered a 66-year-old man because they wanted to kill a white person. Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as black supremacists? Maybe we should consider talking about that. Isn't that what we call racism today? Jordan Neely died. Look how much noise people are making in New York. And nobody gonna make noise for this man here. Is it because he's not black? Let's listen to the story. I'm gonna share my perspective at the end. I'm trying to keep myself together here. Let's take a listen.
The suspects accused of fatally shooting 66-year-old Lawrence Hare while he was installing a mailbox could face hate crime charges in addition to the first-degree murder charges. Tuesday, the lead detective shared more details on the possible motive at a probable cause hearing.
Through some of the confession of Taj Matthews, who admitted to taking part in the homicide, that they did want to commit a murder that day, and specifically they've ruled out Hispanics, and they said it was going to be a white person. Within a couple blocks of their residence, or their starting point, they did find Mr. Hare out working on a mailbox, doing what he does, and shot him in the back.
Police say Hare was working maintenance at a home on Georgetown Drive when 23-year-old Taj Matthews and 25-year-old Maurice Holmes drove by in this silver Mercedes and shot Hare in the driveway. 3 hours later, detectives found the Mercedes, then arrested Matthews and Holmes on a charge of first-degree murder. We spoke with Hare's girlfriend over the phone after the hearing.
They took my friend away from my best friend, my everything. You know, and for them to say it just felt like killing a white person. I mean, that's so wrong, you know, and I want justice for Peanut. I want justice for him. I want them to, you know, lock them up and throw away the key. That's what I want.
Yep.
The defense attorneys questioned the clarity of the surveillance video, the timeline, and the level of planning that goes into a first-degree murder charge. But Tuesday, the court found probable cause to hold the defendants as charged with first-degree murder. If
it does render a verdict of a first-degree murder, I would be advocating for the death penalty.
Yep. Yep. I don't want to waste too much time talking. Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo talking about the greatest threat in this country is white supremacists. Where are the stats? I'm going to read something to you. This is according to USA Today crime stats. Blacks commit 60% of all violent crimes, but only 14% of the population. I hope that didn't go over your head. That makes no sense. That's not good. Don't get me started. From the year of 2011 to 2020, the percentage of total violent offenders who were white fell down 3.4% to 52%. With respect to homicide specifically, the percentage fell by 0.8% to 43.1%. By contrast, over the same period, the percentage of total violent offenders who were black rose 2.4% to 39.4%, With respect to homicide, the percentage rose 0.3 to 54.7. Lord, have mercy. Friends, blacks are among the smallest population, ethnically speaking, and we are responsible for the largest amount of crimes committed in the society. Well over 50% of the crimes committed in the United States are done by the hands of black people. Give me a break about white supremacists. We need to be asking some serious questions. What is going on in black culture that are causing us to be so violent? You cry about the black man all day, but we kill each other all day. I did some research. During lynching season in the 19th and 20th century, over 3,446 blacks were lynched. That amounts about 72% of the people lynched. They were blacks. A number of whites were also lynched, but these ones that were lynched primarily were because they were helping black people. And secondly, for political reasons as well. Some of them were Republicans and some of them were Christians. But over the course of 19th century to 20th century, we had 3,446. That's a lot, right? But I want you to take these numbers. Take these numbers, right? These lynchings were happening in Mississippi, in Georgia, and also in Texas. But if you take these numbers and you compare them to the amount of black people killed on a yearly basis in one city in America, go do your math. 3,446 in the entire country. One city in America. Let's just take Chicago, for example. Detroit, New York. One single city in a matter of a year has more black people killed. Homicide. I mean, friends, like, who are these people that are trying to deceive people? Like, black people in this, at this stage of the game, we need to stop lying to ourselves and we need to stop lying to black people. We need to talk about accountability, responsibility, address the moral issue in our culture, and talk about what is causing black people to behave the way we are. And we need to talk about that. Blaming the white man for our behaviors ain't gonna help. Because guess who's dying the most? Guess who's suffering the most from these violent crimes, in these inner city crimes? Black people, black families, black children. So you say, look over there, look over there. Here is the enemy. But the thing is, it's happening right here. Homegrown, domestic, right here at home. We're doing this stuff to ourselves. And we're talking about blaming the white man. And I can tell you something. Most white people, they don't care about you. I'm telling you, most white people, they're just trying to live. I'm telling you, they're just trying to live. They're all busy with their families, with their children, with their business. They don't have time to worry about you because you're black. I'm telling you, they don't care. They got their own lives to live. But here we are, eradicating ourselves, hurting a 66-year-old man just because you wanted to cancel somebody tonight. What did he do to you? What wrong has he done you? How much of a white supremacist was he? Oh, you're a criminal. Evil. Wicked. And you want to cry racism when a black man is killed by the hands of a white man. And the stats shows very few. Very few. Doesn't justify it. But random killing of a black man just like that doesn't happen though. Not like the way they want you to believe it does. Wickedness. God saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. People who keep on crying racism, white supremacists, that yada, 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 you really are hurting black people because you're not helping them to see themselves. You are not putting the mirror in front of their face so that they can see a true reflection of their condition. Hope that these young people who are doing this stuff could change. God can even help them when you are lying to them consistently. You're not giving them a chance to see themselves, and you can keep on blaming somebody else for the wickedness that they're doing in their own cities. That is evil. Nah, that's racism. Racism by lying to people who are in and of themselves wicked. Stop doing that. Now, am I talking about all black folks? Come on now, please understand me. Make sense of the thing. But there are blacks who are doing what they're supposed to. We get that. And I'm not talking about that. But we're talking about the numbers of blacks that are killing people in this country. Shame on us. And I came to rebuke you. I came to call some of yous out. I came to say to you, if you know black people that are complaining, you need to read them the numbers. Stop lying to yourself that white man did nothing to you. He ain't hurt nobody. Poor guy. He ain't hurt nobody. He was just doing his job. But these wicked men came and took his life just because. Give me a break. Have a good one. Bye.